Hello. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find fulgurite. I'll probably come on a bit too soon. But, where is it? Oh, that's a nice one. Bismuth. Okay, I won't. That's a nice one. That's a nice. They're all nice. What am I saying? Hello. Put that up there. That's runes. So I'm going to do a Capricorn live. If anybody wants anything. I'm open to messages and requests if they're polite and clean and you don't call me a sex change bailiff, basically. So I'm going to get the the name's gone right. I think it's Stab the Water. A fascinating guy. I just sat in on a live of his. What a fascinating guy. We've had a nice chat about crystals and tarot. And we're talking about sulfur. I think it's called. I've got 2 pieces here of brucite. If you can see it, it's like I keep meaning to use those. It's translucent. It's sulfur based, but then I've got to be careful how I do this. What's the thing? I've got a piece of sulfur in a cage. Now I'll lick my fingers. But if you do get something, always keep it in the little box, because it's poisonous. So let's find out which decks we're going to use. Oh, Charm the Water, not Stab. I'm so sorry. I think that's a voodoo site, isn't it? Stab the Water. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks ever so much for that webinar. That was fantastic. So I'm just going to do which decks I'm going to use. So, which round is yes? Show me a yes. Which round is yes? Show me a yes. Okay, so we've got a good yes there. Okay. So which deck are we going to have as the base deck? Which deck is the base deck? Okay, and which we're going to have as clarifiers? Oh, that's which one of those? Okay, well that's 2 fun decks. That's sulfur. What I'll just go wash my hands quickly. After doing that, I use the non-toxic ones. While I was talking to you about that's that one. Yeah, cool. Oh, here it is. I've got the fulgurite. Oh, fantastic! Found it. What was I talking to you about? Here we go. You want to tell my favourites because they're still on the chains. You can only carry so many chains around with you. This is. I put it in with a piece of copper. It's funny you should mention copper straight after. That is spessartine. It's one of the garnets. So it was a Capricorn. Let's just do a yes thing. Okay. Ooh, is that right? Which way around is a yes? Show me a yes. Show me a nice. It's because I mean I've got Capricorn rising. I blame it on that for it being responsive. Which show me a nice big yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Oh, there you go. Defies gravity. What's the other one? Here you go. Oh, this is the mahogany obsidian. It's not the best light, is it? This one moves like ished off a shovel. Bring it back into view. Okay. Again, show me a yes. Show me a yes. This one doesn't hang about. Show me a yes. Show me a nice big yes. Oops. They all seem to want to jump over my wrist. It's crazy. Show me a bigger yes. Bigger yes. Bigger yes. There you go. This is the piece of fulgurite. Yeah. It's a long. I mean, it just looks like a load of nothing really, but actually it's conical. So where the lightning's gone through it is still the hole. It forms around where the lightning passes through it. So that's quite a nice long piece. Very inexpensive as well. I mean, you know, some of the best pieces are from Algeria and Morocco, and they just pick them up. You know, they're called elf spears, elf darts. So basically, whenever there's a thunderstorm, there might be some around. You know, so if you go around hunting for them after thunderstorms. But this one, it has a little sachet. It does a little sort of paso doble at the side. It's fantastic. Okay. Which way around is yes? 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 See that? It has a little wiggle in there. Which way around is yes? See what I mean? It's about like Miley Cyrus. It puts a little extra wiggle in the side of it. Oh no! Well, actually, there's a lovely blue one called Pt1. The light's not good, is it? Let me plug this in. Make the light a bit better. Is that on? Oh God, blimey! Still can't see. It's a lovely blue one called Pt1. I don't know which sign that's linked to, if it is, but it's a lovely dark speckledy blue. Yeah, the fulgurite. Because I've seen you before. I've watched other of your posts, and I know you really like it. But maybe you can see the fulgurite a bit better there. I mean, it looks like nothing. It really looks like nothing. But if you wear it around your neck, and I don't know why I picked this. Petrified wood is if you can get a cage that's sort of big enough for that, that's a nice one because of all the energies in there. And this one here, is it Miriam stone, isn't it? Miriam stone or calligraphy stone. There's so much beauty in that. You can't see it. Let's bring this. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? So that's beautiful. That works very well too. And this is a piece of it's obsidian, but it's silver. Can you see? It's got those striations in there. There you go. That's not the way to do it, is it? No, I'm not a lighting technician, but it's almost see-through apart from those little things. And then that's a beauty. It's a beautiful colour of that spessartine. A bit of copper on it. Now another one is red tourmaline or rubellite. I've got the polished. It's quite expensive, but raw like that gets like ished off a shovel too. I haven't played about with this too much. It's some sort of an opal. I need to play about with that a bit more. But this is, I think it's Saravite. It's another of the garnets. That goes well. Which is one of my favourites. I've just got a couple of Apophilite. It's crazy, isn't it? Apophilite. That's really high vibing. Looks like sugar that you get in sort of posh French cafes, isn't it? Well, thank you for the reading before I went on holiday. It was amazing. Oh, that's great. I'm glad it worked out well. This is I mean, isn't it amazing how crystals fall like that? I can't remember the name of that, but it looks like sort of something you try and in grape jelly as a freebie. And this one is opalite. That moves. That's a bit of a mover. And celestite. That's a real mover too. Now this is a weird one. It almost, if you close up, it looks like an Aztec city. It's bismuth. It was. It was bismuth. Hang on. See what I mean? Yeah, that Cities of Gold cartoon. It's almost like Mayan pyramid stuff. It's amazing. And then the last one here, this is bit of garnet, which I'll use because this is a Capricorn reading. Now that is a big bit of rock, and getting that moving takes a bit of oomph. So I'll wait till I've powered up a bit for that. But let's just turn that off. So that's just that bit there. So let's get going with the oh, and that's just a bit of coral. It's not the red coral, but that's good for if you're speaking up against bullies or narcissists. The red stuff's better, but coral is good. Okay, so if you have any questions, just type them there, and I'll sort of check back from moment to moment. This is to ding the demons downstairs and get rid of them. Anything with forked tongues or tails or fangs or hooves, or you know. And as we kick them back downstairs where they belong, we're going to invite Pure White Spirit Line in to help Capricorn with little cues and clues and hints and little synchronicities along their path to help them on a smoother, swifter journey towards their higher future self. Please and thank you. I'm going to do that to mess with your speakers. There you go. So Capricorn. What's your current energy then, Capricorn? Oh, hang on. I need a bit of druid juice on. There you go. I just, one last thing. I just spotted this. I kept it. This is black kyanite. Isn't that a beautiful shape? Black kyanite is very powerful, especially with a computer screen there. Yeah, anywho. Right. So Capricorn, current energy. So past energy. So what are you coming away from? What are you trying to park? Sort of inner critic. Maybe you've got some inner critic stuff going on that's been holding you back. Oh, crikey. Looks like you've done some work on it. Oh, right. Well, I'm going to take that with that. That's it. I was just talking about it. Well, I wasn't. You were just talking about the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords together. And I'll take these because that shot off over there. Well, the Eight of Swords will prevent you doing your Two of Wands. You know, putting a first foot, and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so we'll come back to them anyway. I just wanted to highlight them. So, what's going forward? Oh, crikey! So you got the King of Loo brushes, King of Cups. Now Stephen. Talk about Libra. I always think he looks quite fearsome that way around, doesn't he? But he looks like someone who's lost his potty that way, that way around. You got Two of Cups. So maybe you're going, that's what I was looking for. Kyanite. Tell you. Stunning stuff, isn't it? Love it. Never leave home without it. So maybe with this Eight of, let's just do a brief thingy here. You've got the Eight of Swords with the Eight of Cups. Maybe you think the Eight of Cups, it's very, very heavily invested emotionally in something. And you've got to, you 1 to the 8. And you got to the point where you think, I'm swimming through a fucking treacle here. Am I going to make it to the 9 and the 10? Is it worth continuing? Or shall I just jack it in and start at the ace on something else? And that's not a happy face, is it? So the Star or the Aquarius thing pops over your head to think, well, do I need to have a reset? Obviously maybe a tower moment's happened and something's been taken, or the universal force has taken something away from you against your will, and you think, what am I going to do with this? So the Ace or the Two of Cups, it's about love, but is it self-love? That could be two parts of you coming together to create a higher self for yourself. Or whether that's sort of like a reset within a relationship or something, whether something's happening that way. So I just wanted to link that with how you're going through it, which is the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So, okay, so that's what we're working with. Which one? It was this one, wasn't it? Now this is if you watched, I don't know which James Bond film it is, where Jane Seymour is she's Solitaire, the High Priestess on the island. This is the deck they use on. If the Lover's card comes out, it's the one he's got about 10 odd in his pocket. I just came across it a few weeks ago and I love it actually. So let's just look back to this thing. So what's I'm guessing this is the Eight of Cups, which is first deck in Pisces, has triggered your first deck in Gemini. 8-8. Well, that's the 8th of August. That's often Lionsgate, isn't it? So, what I can say is on the back of this card, you see, what's happened is you got the Star and then the Sun and the Moon. Something happens and you actually get up and the wand, you made your decision, so you're taking your energy and your effort elsewhere. Nobody knows whether you're going to go off and go back to this, or whether you're going to go off and think, right, I'm not winning at Monopoly, the board flies across the room, I'm not winning. So, but obviously that, whatever it is you're struggling with, has triggered this inner critic of feeling sort of tied up, blindfolded, sort of left to have a Tippi Hedren moment, being pecked up by the birds. But the thing to remember is you have it in your power to do. This is sounds judgmental, self-inflicted sort of. The Nine of Swords is normally somebody else. The Ten of Swords is definitely somebody else. But if you imagine that's rushing to the express elevator down to the dance floor for one, where the DJ is your inner critic, and you would put the headphones on, and you just go, you stupid idiot, and you speak to yourself in a way that you would never dream of speaking to anybody else. So something's triggered that in you, and you need to change the words. You need to put some breeze blocks in place to stop even getting into the elevator to go down to the dance floor. Don't pay the electricity bill for the dance floor, so the DJ can't play. It's one of those. You've got to find all these ways to stop that inner critic just screaming at you. You've got Queen of Wands, Five of Wands. So it's like something's happened. She's like the Jessica Rabbit, very comfortable in her own skin. But you've got the Five of Wands. You're not feeling comfortable in your own skin. You might feel out of your depth with something, which is. I'm just going to check. Is this because of something somebody else has said, or Is this because of something somebody else has said to rock somebody's confidence? Okay, that's a yes. Is it a work-based thing? Is it to do with work? Generally is, isn't it? So that's a yes. Does it mess up then, because we've got the pentacles coming in here, does it then mess up finances? Because if it's a work thing, it's going to do finances as well, isn't it? Oh wow, that's got, can you see that? That's got an extra kick to it there. So something said something which has rocked your confidence, which has affected your income. But there is a way through this. Oh, is it? Oh, fantastic, great. But you know, I'm not intruding on energy, it's just what's freely coming up, and you know, I'm only going with what energies are giving me. But six of Swords, there is something, there is a safe way through this, and we'll find it, yeah? Okay. So this is where you're coming from. This is a different deck. This is the Jungian psychology deck. So this is more about those sort of actions and people. That's how this has got into your head. Okay. Knight of Cups. Let's just get them. I was thinking Page of Cups, not everything's as it seems, but it's not, it's the Knight of Cups. So, Ace of Wands. You've got the Five of Wands again. So yeah, the Five of Wands is normally strife in the workplace or in the home. It's not the Five of Swords. So yeah, I mean, that really doubles up here. It's a work, I'm guessing it's a work thing. The Knight of Cups, when you look at all the knights, if you look at the speeds of them, look at horses, you've got a walk, a trot, a canter and a gallop. Well, this is the trot. So if you were starting off with something, you would be the Knight of Pentacles, walking, taking your time. But you were just about to get going with something. And this Two of Wands here is just about, you're like about to launch into something, which possibly you've invested in financially, but then all of a sudden something's done something to pull your confidence out of it. Because we've got the double Five of Wands here, which obviously would morph into the Ten of Wands. So does somebody pull back on their efforts in a joint project or something, and you've been carrying the load for somebody? Because what's interesting here is that you've got the Ten of Wands, but then whoomp, Ace of Wands. So the answer, Six of Swords, safe passage through this, is the Ace of Wands. So find out how to put the Ten of Wands down and move straight to the one, because it's all here. The clue is in the past. And then we go straight from the Ace, the back of the card. We go straight from the Ace of Wands to the Two of Wands in your present. So you can move, transmogrify, you can transmute this energy like that. You've got to find the switch. It's all there. So if you're struggling with something, what have you missed? It's all there. The clues are all there. Let's go some more. And because this is a cycle, it's in your mind, you know it already. And then the Knight of Cups is, I look at it as falling in love with the process all over again. So maybe you need to tweak the process, and if the person has let you down and left you high and dry, let's say, you know, everybody, you know, in theory, people spend 9 to 5 doing, Monday to Friday doing something, well, chop it around a bit. if that doesn't suit you, you might feel as though you're locked in to the timetable that was created when you were with this person. Well, if they're not pulling their weight, you've got to make it suit you more. Otherwise, it's encroaching or impinging on your time and your effort and your energies and finances. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. That can be the guy. Normally, the guy who he looks like John Travolta. That one. It can be arrogance or being smug, but this is to do with the problem, isn't it? So maybe that's why you're not getting on with this other person. Anyway. Oh wow. Oh, sorry, if that's my mistake. Take that back. Take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. That's options. That's having all those choices. And you go from the 7th, oh God, isn't that amazing, to the 9 of Cups, which I was just talking about. I've got a habit of calling cards out, I'm afraid. So from the 7 to the 9, that's 16. So you go back to the 7 again, don't you? But it's somebody showing a bit, they've got their sticky beak in your business a bit too much. That's the Page of Swords. Either you need to do a bit more homework or something and sort of cast a wide net to then sift it through and then make a decision on what changes you're going to make. Or somebody, it's almost like they've taken on the role of supervising you. So Kelly and I are sitting here stunned at the relevant spot on listening. Oh, well, I've got look. I've got a goose pimple. I don't know if you can see. That's me and my grandmother's stroking me. So saying, "Yeah, well done." So whoever this is might well have taken on the role of, well, everything has to go through me if it's a partnership, and they've taken on the role of the boss and tried to make you feel sort of inferior to them. And that's where this arrogance comes from. Let's just get one more. I'll take it off the bottom. Oh, I'm glad this is. I'm glad this is relevant. Hi, Kelly. Let's take it off there then. Well, hey. You got the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. There you go. This didn't happen in Aries season, did it? Because these are the Aries cards. Did something happen in Aries season? Is that when it all went a bit tits up? But it looks like, when I said before, but once you make these tweaks, you can hit the ground running because you're going from the 10 to the 10 to the Ace of the 2 to the 3. And who knows what's going to come out here? But you can turn this. I prefer transmogrify to transmute. Spell check hates it. But let's get you an animal. We'll get you a bestia. Oh, not a bestia. Bestiary card. Sorry. Let's see what you're coming from here. Oh. Key into the wisdom. Owl. Good old Sagittarius thing there. You should always have 2 owls though, shouldn't you? It's a little owl. It's a little owl. Hi, Sunshine. How you doing? Oh, hi, Kelly. So let's see what this is all about, because that will give us a link into current. So, little owl. Okay. So I've got the wrong glasses on, so I'm going to have to do this. Okay. The little owl has been the companion of a goddess. Is it Minerva? And the patron of a city. I'm from Leeds in Yorkshire, and they're on the Civic Hall there are 2 owls at the top, so it's a patron saint of my city. And I'm Sagittarius. Little owl has been the companion of a goddess and the patron of a city, so don't let the word little fool you. This icon of wisdom sat on Athena's blind side, illuminating what even a goddess could not see. Athena, Greek goddess of wisdom. This is what the answers in what you know the answer already. Key to the wisdom. Yeah, you know it already. You just haven't turned the key yet. Athena, Greek goddess of wisdom, knew that being wise requires us to acknowledge our own weaknesses, to understand that even goddesses are not all-knowing. Blindness in and of itself is not a fault. I was just about to say, whoever this person is that said your fault, you've got to turn around that into your strength. It's not a strength. They're jealous. There's jealousy here, isn't there? It's because they can't do it. Anyway, blindness in and of itself is not a fault. Failure comes from refusing to call on those who will help you understand the whole. Little owl sees what you cannot. Call on her when you're ready to listen. So what I'm guessing here is that if you do that spotlight... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sunshine. But we'll chat about it later, though, yeah? The main thing is that you know about it, so you can get something done. I hope you've got a good clinic that you can go to. So the thing about, like, I think it's called the spotlight therapy, where basically, if you look at the energy transactions between people, is somebody demanding it, or is somebody willingly giving it? Where's the energy or the focus going? You know, in the interactions, the spotlight's on who, and where the energy moves from. So if you take yourself out, become person A, them out, person B, look at the energy flow. Is it healthy? Is it constructive? And the whole thing about the birds, you know, like the hawks and the owls and stuff, it's to have a bird's eye view of what's going on once you depersonalize it in that way. So yeah, it's all Greek. It's all Greek to me. But so that's maybe you whatever this issue is, you're still too emotional about it because you're still fresh from it. And once you depersonalize it, that will be the key into where the answer is, because it'll be obvious. It'll just fall out, you know. Okay, I hope that's okay for that bit. So let's go into this bit. Let's pull out the garnet then. Okay, I'll just check. Which way around is yes? Which way around is yes? It's like getting a slab of concrete to move. Which way around is yes? Which way around is yes? Which way around is yes? Let's go like that. Which way around is yes? Okay, so which one of these two should we focus on? Which one of these two should we focus on? That's interesting because it's focused. Oh, you can't see. Sorry about that. It says focus on the Two of Wands rather than the Page of Pentacles, as in it's only money. Your energy is more important than the money, or your input is. So it's saying, so if you've already invested in something, work smarter, not harder at it, rather than focus on the financial. The financial outlay, the investment so far, because that's how you'll turn it around. Don't worry about the money. Look about where you're spending your energy. Oh, there you go. There's a tower. Yeah, this is where you're feeling the tower now, aren't you? That's something. This is. Oh, crikey! Yeah. Right from there, and I said you got the star there. So you're looking at this because you've had a tower and the star is coming over. So the star, yeah, the star. Sorry, but I've got a bit of a problem calling cars out ahead of time. So let's have another one. And here it comes, the Five of Swords. So what started off? Now, Isn't that? I just spoke about that one as well. Sorry. What started off as 5 of wands, has actually landed as a 5 of swords, isn't it? Okay, now we know what we're doing. Okay. That's how it was, but maybe somebody's arrogance, meddling, has just pushed it. Oh, feels heavy. Ah, Ace of Swords, truth. Sometimes it's difficult because you wonder, well, is it because I'm locked onto some truth here, or whether just, let's just say, the truth never changes. So if you're in a legal dispute with somebody, don't change your story. Be asked to embellish on your story and say, I only gave a muted version of it because the form was only that big, or the police officer was only, they had that much patience. There is more to it. Would you like to know more? But if you're going to add to a witness statement, make sure that you put that caveat in first about the truth, because people get funny when a truth is altered. But it looks like the truth is on your side anyway. And isn't that funny? Well, look, we had the 6 of Swords here, and put those together. You've got the 6 of Swords created here, so we have got the pathway. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get the Star card out, because this is what your answer is going to be. We've got the 6 of Wands, so you're going to be successful at this. Yeah, and the 4 of Swords. It'll quieten down. At the moment, it feels like King of Wands. It's all a bit too fiery and a bit too puffed up. But you've got the what is it? You got the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Swords and the 6 of. So you're going to be successful. 6 of Wands. There's a lot of swords out, aren't there? But even though that's a good sword. Is this person a Sagittarius? I mean, that's my birthday card. I know. If you need to know anything about how to nobble a Sagittarius, let me know and I'll tell you, because that's if you're fighting a Sagittarius, I'll tell you how to kneecap them. Because there are some low vibe Sagittarius around. So let's do another line on that. But this is Mars energy, isn't it? So there might be, I don't know if they're Aries. That's Mars energy. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. It didn't hit. But Page of Cups, isn't it really? I thought that was the Page of Cups there. Somebody's changed the landscape, haven't they? I'll put it with that one. It's always like when you sign. It's a bit like the 9 of Wands. You're left holding the baby. Yes, not everything as it seems. You know, you sign up for something, then all of a sudden, you say, "Well, we're not playing football anymore. We're going to play baseball, and the grass is going to be purple, not green." The terms to which you signed up, they've been so changed from what you thought you were signing up for. It's almost like coming out of an elevator on the wrong floor, isn't it? But it feels like it's Knight of Pentacles. It was a stealth thing. They did it slow. They did it slyly and slowly. Again, it's financial. Whoa, 8, 9, 10. 10 of Cups. Let's bring that in. I don't quite. Could be a Pisces. Ah, Devil. Meant to be, didn't it? But you're Capricorn, aren't you? So, temptation. Somebody wants to keep you stuck. 10 of Cups. The way I describe the devil is, you remember the old vinyl records? And before remote controls or anything, you have to put the record on, normally go and walk across the room, sit down, and if there's a scratch in it, you know, did it. You would end up hearing that same piece of music unless you can be bothered to get up and walk across the room and give the thing a kick, you know, or just, and that's what the devil wants to do. He wants to keep you that side of the scratch of the record, and you've got to find a way how to hop over until you hear how that ends, trying to keep you stuck in the same cycle. So they will tempt you, all this happiness, to stay on the wrong side. So you're being tempted by, maybe being tempted by an offer to settle for less than moving forwards. But not everything is as it seems. I'll bring another deck out shortly, because it's the demon cards. Is which demon is tempting you to stay on the wrong side of this scratch? Otherwise, you don't know how that song finishes, and then you don't know what the next song sounds like. You'll always be stuck in this loop of hearing the same music over and over again. But they're going to try and sweeten it for you. 10 of Cups. Oh, let me. We've got Chariot, we've got Cancer, Queen of Pentacles, Lovers. So you've got to make it. So obviously, yeah, you've got to make a choice. Lovers, you've got to make a choice. Might be coming up in Gemini season. Don't know. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, right. Not my favourite card, 6 of Pentacles. It's about. I was thinking of it as a tap. Is somebody trying to turn your tap off or tap on? And it's obviously it's to do with finances. So it's somebody trying to squeeze your finances. We've got that here at the beginning anyway with the Page of Pentacles. So it looks like someone's trying to squeeze your finances. So you're stuck. The Chariot is about holding it all together, because the black horse wants to go that way, the white horse wants to go that way, and you've got to keep it all pulling together. And the strange thing is that you've got Gemini leading on to Cancer. So there is a progression here. Let's have one card specifically. We'll go with a different deck about what this, about this tap. Well, obviously they're trying to turn it off, aren't they? But how? Let's have a look at how. Well, that's a strange thing. Because we've got the 6 of Wands there. And we've got the 2 of Wands there. And then we've got the, wherever it's gone, I'm sure we had it. The Judgment card. Do we have the Judgment card? If not, you got the Judgment card and the Lovers, which are both about making a decision. About doing your own. And yet you know what it is, because the Judgment card is about pulling together everything you ever learned, everything everything that you know, because just ahead of the World card, because this is an important decision to end a cycle. So it's a choice. So that could be the timing, and that could be just echoing the fact that you've got to make this big decision about whether you go it alone, set up again, which would be you had 2 of the 2 Wands, and you've got 2 of the 6 of Wands. So one of the, obviously, it might be more successful. Is this about buying it's about buying somebody out of a partnership? I don't know. Oh, look, we've got the 10 of Cups on the split again. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. I won't ask the pendulum until the end, until we've got the rest in. But if you know it all already, you know it. Especially with this owl. Let's get an animal thing for here to see what can help you in your current position. Because that owl says you do know it already, doesn't it? So how can we get the key to open it up then? What animal can we do? Oops. Okay, we've got 3. Oh, we've got 4, so I'm just going to get the pendulum and choose one. Where's that great big block of garnet gone? Here we go. Okay, so for Capricorn, which is the best card to help find the solution in this current scenario? Which is the best card to follow on from the owl? Which is the best card to follow on from the owl? Yeah. Ha. Dive under the surface. Definitely going to rewatch and take notes. I would do this what I said. Oh wow! I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I'm guessing that's a partnership then, isn't it? Okay. Forward. Maybe it's about a midlife crisis. It feels a bit more financial than that. But you got the dolphin. Where are we? Oh, orca. Sorry, the orca. It's killer whale, isn't it? Orca. So dive under the surface or scratch. It's here. It's already there. You've got to scratch under the surface. Question everything that this other person has said. Because it's not what people say and they present, it's what they haven't said. So what's missing? Yeah? Get all the key things. Because if it's a Libran, they lie by omission. Okay? I don't know where that came from. So what is what isn't there? It's not... It's my... They've gone like Bette Midler's hair in the 80s. Is that what the case is? Let's have a look. Is the clue in what they didn't say, what they're trying to gloss over, rather than what they did say? Is the clue going to be found in what they haven't said? So in the normal course of events, they would have to follow a protocol, and they've deliberately omitted the piece that would actually make them look bad, which is they're trying to force you into making a mistake based on what they haven't given you. Yeah. So there's something missing. Okay. That's where you'll find it. So you need to go fine-tooth comb, action, reaction, and what they haven't said or what they haven't done. Let's look at this. Dive under the surface. Orca. Let's just hold that up again. When you look at the ocean on the surface of a lake, the first thing you see is a reflection of the sky. The water's surface is a mirror hiding the depths. When you dive deep, you discover there are worlds within worlds below that mirrored surface. Underwater is its own magical kingdom, a world with love and song and family. In the language of the Lummi. The Lummi. I didn't know it was a Lummi nation. It's a bit of a swear word for the 60s. The Lummi nation of the Pacific Northwest. The word for orca translates as the people beneath the sea. Submerged, hidden. Yeah, it's hidden. They've hidden it. Orca holds up a mirror showing us another possible world, one with different ways of communicating and creating family. Orca asks, what is possible when you dive under the surface? Are there other ways to live and be? Can you create an alternative world for yourself? There you go. Capricorn, you're in the details. Yeah. Okay. Wow. And here you are again. Here you are again. So the future is about you. The future is about your happiness. Yeah. King of Cups, Two of Cups. It's not about the money. It's about your energy and your happiness. Money's just stuff, you know. But it's going to bring you the ultimate happiness. King of Wands. Sorry. I never noticed that before. I always wondered what it was. Look, in the background, I know it's not an orca, but it's as close as, isn't it? I thought it was a rock. I thought it was to do with narcissism and grey rocking somebody, putting them behind you. Hello, mother. That's the thing. It's amazing what you see at different times in different cards. Wow. Anyway, So what's going on in here? Do you know, I don't always say that stupid thing about he looks fearsome that way around, but sort of dethroned that way around. Somebody's sort of tried to disempower you, you know what I mean? Take away the fearsomeness of, you know, and people go, oh, the devil, oh, the death card, but it's the power, you know, it's the power of this guy, yeah? You know, they say the temperance angels would be like cutting their wings off. So using whatever power that is, somebody's trying to humiliate you, it looks like. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Because they want you to. It's the only way they could. It might have been their intention all along to cause enough trouble so you walk away and just get us. Oh, so have they made an offer to you for you to walk away from this thing? Ten of Cups, sweetener. You know what this is? Have they been sabotaging it so it hasn't worked how you thought it would do? And you've been working 24 hours a day trying to make it work, and they've been deliberately sabotaging it so it doesn't work until you go, oh, I need to do something else with my time and money. You sell it, the other half to them. They pull out the spanner from the cogs and it all works beautifully. Is that what's going on? Something hasn't been successful because they've been deliberately sabotaging it. And you'll find that in the small print. What's going on? Look at all your contracts and if it's to do with suppliers and stuff like that. And I don't know if they would do that because they were nice. Yeah, yeah. Because at the moment you're just fuel. You know, you're narc fuel. I just had to publish my mother's 2021 diary online to prove she's a liar because she's been trying to smear my reputation for the last 3 years and get me locked up as a paranoid schizophrenic. Anyway, so I said, right, you did do that to me. I'll put you. As a very kind Sagittarius. I'm the very first day of Sagittarius. I'm the first half a degree of Sagittarius. So what she forgot is I've still got a lot of Scorpio there. And even though I went, don't push me, don't push me, don't push me, the tail came out on Mother's Day. In Britain it was Mother's Day in March, and people said to me, how could you be so cruel to your mother on Mother's Day? Well, A, she told me I was adopted last year at the age of 51, so she's not my mother, and B, it's not Mother's Day in Britain. So her diary hit the internet. Thank you so much. This has been so much. 100% finance, 25 over. Okay. But the goose pimples don't show up very well on camera. But well, let's get this through to the end. And so may I ask you then, just so I don't go off on the wrong thing, is it to do with another party? Or is it to do with, let's say, is it to do with an authority like a bank or a legal thing, or is it to do with a partner? So I don't go the wrong way. It's the only question I've asked you so far. If we manage to turn all this out with no questions, if you can just help me with that one, then I'll know where to go. Whilst you do that, let's get an animal card out for you. For this one. Oh, lummy. Why can't it be easy? We'll keep that one anyway. Nowhere to put it. Which one is the best card for the future? Because this is the honeybee. Everything is connected. So we'll take that one and one of the other ones, okay? Because that came out for a reason. So which one of these is for Capricorn best foot forward? Best foot forward. The spring peeper, the frog. Frogs can cope with temperatures. You didn't get crazy wolf, so I'm guessing that would be make a noise about it. So, I'm a date. Oh well, I traded financial futures for 97 right the way through to 2015. I started off doing commodities. Well, I did future. Well, I did options first. Then I went on to grains, corn, oat, wheat, soybean. This Chicago grains. Then I moved on to New York metals. Then oil. I think I've traded everything that can't, anything that you can't run away from you. And then I ended up doing foreign exchange. Okay. So do you use Astro stuff? So here we go. Are you doing your own analysis, or are you paying for a tip sheet? Is that what the problem is? I believe you are speaking to my mentor. I've had so many people trying to approach me to do Bitcoin and stuff like that. No, thank you. It's still a bit Wild West for me. Whenever I trade, you could flip a coin and do 50-50. You could go left and right, do 50-50. We used to have a newspaper in this country called we still have The Sun, and they always used to be a page 3. It was called page 3 Stunner, and they were out. And a friend of mine used to trade. He would buy if they were pointing to the left, he'd buy, and if they were pointing to the right, he'd sell. Whatever it was, you can whatever gets you into the trade. Okay. Well, there was a reason we started talking tonight, then, yeah. It wasn't just this stuff. Yeah? I saw many tricks how they try and get you. Let's actually chat because I've got yeah. Isn't that weird? But what you're trying to do, each trade, don't forget, you got 50-50. That's basically it's a possibility, isn't it? And there's an opportunity. And then by process of analysis and elimination and what have you, it's timing, it's price over time, isn't it? There you go. Don't check it with him. Otherwise, you're always beholden to him. And then, here we go. Cool. Now, so basically, flip a coin 50-50. Do I buy? Do I sell? Do I stay? Yeah, 50. Let's just go back a bit. The psychology, because I've got the psychology of trading, it's full of really raw human emotions: hope, fear, and greed. Yeah, you buy it, you hope it goes up, you fear it goes down, and the greed. How long do you stay at the punch bowl? So first of all, you've got to have a very good stop management, and if you think about those massive, great. They're like cattle farms of people at a terminal trading the same market. There's a reason you started talking. Isn't it nuts? Who the hell knew? But I sort of body douse into things, and I find myself in the right place, talking to the right person, and boom, then it becomes apparent why we're talking. But all those people are at their own terminals. It's pretty much silence. You've got a room full of people not talking to each other. Because click, you're like meerkats. Yeah. Trying to dodge the news. Yeah. Non-farm payroll. You can't have two people doing a trade, because one person will always want to get in before the other. Always. You can't. It's impossible. So the others go, "Oh, I knew we should have waited. If it goes wrong, I knew we should have waited. Or I knew the argument." And if you think about trading, 95% of it is sitting there waiting. You click to get in, you click to get out. It's minuscule. So the action of it is that most of it is just observing. And so what you've got to do is you've got to, and so the other thing is about, if it goes up to a certain amount, you think, well, I want to take the profit here. Well, somebody else, no, it might go up a bit further. And you argue about how much either you lost as it turned over and reacted a bit, or you also, the news came out and it went stratospheric about a merger and it went stratospheric. You just, you can't do it with anybody else. Because they'll tell you when to get in, they won't tell you when to get out, though. Because they'll be too busy down the pub themselves. So it's about that independence of decision making with trading. Because if things go right, what happens is that if they're on a successful roll, they almost take ownership, even if it's come from somebody else, they take ownership of that decision. Oh, aren't I good about this? Oh, aren't I successful? If it goes wrong, it's your fault. They blame the... It's a bit like if within a relationship, if so, oh, I think you should change. If it's a good change and it works out well, people go, oh yeah, oh well, I knew this was in me. I just had to pull it. If it goes wrong, they'll blame the person who suggested the change in them. It's all about blame and
You mentioned time areas. That's what I started with. Always the same percentage.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's opening price to projected target, but how much am I prepared to be? How much am I prepared to be wrong for? That's the most important thing, and you should know that before you even get in there. How much, and it should be based on the William D. Gann analysis, not Elliott wave so much, but the Gann analysis. There's a fantastic guy, Dr. Ian Elder. He does amazing stuff. I've got some read books somewhere. Come into my trading room. Give me 1 second. Oh, Alexander Elder. He's in New York. I met him actually once. Dr. Alexander Elder. Trading for a living. Fantastic guy. That's another book of his. It's the handbook that goes with that. This is a fantastic one. It's The Law of Vibration. That's a good one. Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas. And then another one, Fibonacci analysis. Because obviously what you're doing is it's price over time, isn't it?
You said he was just... Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's so good to... It's tarot by way of Chicago Mercantile. You do your chart. Price over time, isn't it? I've got some charts. Could you give me 1 second? Let's see if I still got them. Oh gosh, here we go. Wow, I looked at this stuff and this guy's a good guy.
There you go. The geometry of stock market movements.
He's brilliant, this guy. What's his name? Michelson. Oh, Mike Jenkins. Oh no, he's the guy I met. Sorry, yeah. Mike. Geometry of stock market movements. This guy is a genius. What's that one? That's another one. Entries and exits. Alexander Elder. In a trade, the stop is the most important thing. It's like the Sun Tzu thing. You've got to live to fight another day. Just 1 sec. Let me just check this other thing here. Anyway. I mean, if you really get into it, and which one was that? So I've got the wrong glasses on. It looks like the Dow Jones, but you know, it's about the geometry of the markets. You know, about finding the ranges and stuff like that. And then you get the arc of the momentum. So if you actually do it out by hand and you look at the thing of the momentum, you take the height of it and do the arc around it, and it'll give you the time. So price equals time. You get the timing change of where it changes trend. So you can sort of put forecasts out into the future and stuff. I spent hours of bloody graph paper. So this is the last one anyway. This is September T-bonds. Going up to... I could do this. I needn't paint. I can use this as wallpaper. So T-bond. So I've paid your cups to you, haven't I? You came in for tarot. You're getting this tut. Hang on a minute. So you basically, can you see that you actually create these diamond shapes or whatever? So you get your timing structure within there, and then you're looking for a change of trend around about there, but you can see then you get your centres of sort of energy there and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, God, sitting there. I'm much better big picture Sagittarius, flicking cards around. It's a bit too Virgo for me. So where are we? I hope that was all right.
What are the chances you?
Oh, I'm not. I spent from 97 to 2015 on my own, working for myself, just click, 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 click. And I didn't have any business contacts or anything. I didn't realise how reclusive I'd actually become. And at least with tarot, you're doing it with one other person, aren't you? Yeah, all of a sudden I looked up and I thought, crikey, I've never been to an office party. Where are we? So, here we go.
Used to hear what you say. Thank you so much.
Isn't it nuts? But it's where people take it, though, isn't it? It's the art of listening to what other people are saying. Oh wow, and you take it like that. And who the hell are you? Oh, hang on a minute. About the trading. Hope, fear, and greed. You've got some of the brightest minds in the planet. They tend to push them into the geniuses into maths, and then to go and develop something for foreign exchange trading, the biggest market in the world, on a daily basis. So it's all about turning that 50-50 by analysis technique and patience and avoiding news cycles and expectations and what have you, into 60%, 70%. So it stops being gambling into speculation, informed speculation, the gentlemanly art of speculation. And then it turns into possibilities, then probabilities, and then around about 80%, it turns into a probability you're prepared to put your money on. and it's turning the gambling into a probability you're prepared to put your money on. So it has to pass, a bit like an aeroplane, it's got to pass all those checks. And what do you doing on a chart there? You know, basically, up one day, if it goes up $1 one day, it's going to be a 45-degree angle. So you actually, forget the corn or the soybeans or whatever. You're plotting human emotion over time, and people can only be happy about something before a bit of profit taking comes. Oh, it's gone up. Oh, don't want to be the last one holding the baby. So that's when the profit taking comes in. People can only, if you look at the time of the psychology of panic, people can only panic for about 7 days before a bit of bargain hunting comes in. So what you're actually doing, you're mapping out human emotion. So why is this garnet worth $2 today and $5 tomorrow? Because some mug will pay $5 tomorrow rather than $2 today. So it's less about the actual underlying thing. It's about studying human emotions and human psychology. Where are we? Everything is connected. There you go. Is that the honeybee? Oh no, the zigzag spider. So the zigzag spider. I'll put it like that so you can sort of read that another time if you want to. The zigzag spider crouches on her web and feeling the strands of creation. Everything is connected, she murmurs, and understanding those connections is key. So while Spider seems to be sitting on her web waiting for dinner, she's actually taking the temperature of the world and listening for the connection. It's like trading, isn't it? Because they have that thing that they feel it, don't they? They feel when it's dinner time. They don't see it because their eyesight's bad. So they feel intuition. This is all about your intuition, then, isn't it? When the breeze ruffles the web's threads, Spider senses. Never mind, my neighbours are drug dealers. When the breeze ruffles the web's threads, Spider senses the force and direction. The morning dew is thick, Spider sees. She knows the autumn is upon us and beyond that winter when flies are scarce. Your world too is a web. Pause a moment and feel the play on the different strands and how that affects the overall weaving. Spider reminds you to be still and take the time to understand the interconnections. Absolutely. I hope you're not paying this person commission. Hi Tiger Man, how you doing? I hope you're not. Because they'll only take a commission when you make a profit, won't they? They won't want to know about your losses. Nobody's that nice. But I still got all my notes about the and what trading software I used to use, and the MACD was a good one, not stochastic oscillator. That's a bit crap, but the MACD was good. And I'll dig out my notes if you like, and I'll send you because everything on your chart has to earn its place. Otherwise, it's just noise and clutter. It's a distraction. Hey, Tiger Man. Oh, well done. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Anything that doesn't belong on your chart is a distraction. So it needs to go. So everything you put on there has to add value. Yeah? Evolve into your next becoming. So this is for your future spot. Yeah? So it's a... Now the thing about a frog is it can survive in temperatures of nearly boiling water. You can't drop it into boiling water, but as you heat the temperature up, it can adapt and it can cope with it. Okay. No commissions, no responsibilities then, huh? Yeah. Is it Bitcoin? Oh, you did say, is it Bitcoin? You're much better off doing, not NASDAQ, it's a bit crappy, mini S&P or mini Dow Jones. The Dow Jones has got that history behind it. It's backed by something, you know? Because unless you know what moves the market, You don't know what the timings. Like, so for example, the Dow Jones non-farm payrolls. You don't trade it before non-farm payrolls because that thing, you can move the needle like that and it'll stop you out. And the amount of times you see, just before the market's about to zoom up, you'll see they'll come in and they'll wipe out a whole load of stops where people have got in too early. The guys with the deep pockets, they'll take out all the stops and then they'll turn it on and they'll send it up. So you've got to avoid that zigzag. Yeah. Especially things like don't be exposed around non-farm payrolls. There's a couple of other big ones. It's all there. It's in the monthly calendar, you know, which is why you see monthly cycles. Yeah, it's all in the calendar. If you've got the news delivery calendar, just Nasdaq. Okay, I always found Nasdaq a bit like a bit staccato. S&P it's a good market, but then again you've got 500 of them, haven't you? The Dow Jones, you can actually look at the 30 and go, yeah, I can see what's moved it today. Look at the mini, or if you can do it, more so in America, the Russell 2000 is a lovely one. I think that's in Chicago, isn't it? Yeah, the Russell 2000 is a good one. It's more gentle, you know, a bit more. Nasdaq's a bit cliff edge, you know, and the S&P can be brutal. The Dow Jones is a bit more. It's got a bit more. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a spring peeper. Okay. A frog. Better than that. So spring peeper. So I'm guessing this is going to be about. It's going to be about transformation and dedication because it's got tadpoles and stuff in it. So and there's the thing. Is that the right one? Spring peeper. Okay. Big name, small frog. So small, in fact, you may think you don't know this critter at all. But if you've cracked a window on an early spring evening, you've probably heard the peeper chorus chirping of metamorphosis and growing into their fullest potential. These wee frogs remind you to embrace your innate ability to evolve, especially when you think you've forgotten how. Peepers start life as tadpoles, then grow legs, and that's just part of their magic. Peeper also has a backup plan for breathing. He can take in oxygen through his skin. Call on him when you've forgotten how to breathe and life feels impossible, or when you need to grow a new set of legs to carry you into your next becoming. Okay. So maybe it's something you do need to walk away from. I don't know. That's just a joke. I'm not encouraging that, obviously. But there you go. So let's get on to this last position. I know that's been quite a like up a side alley, but no. Well, thanks for letting. Now I know how to focus this up. Whoa. It's her fault. If I'm not adopted, but I haven't been told yes or no because my mother's not talking. My mother figured out it's her fault. Okay, she used to read tea leaves. Her name was Kitty Griffin. So. Right, let's clear that out of the way. So, King of Cups, Devil, Two of Cups. Okay, this one. Thanks for letting me play about. But this one's, yeah, that. There's a good book, William D. Gann, called Tunnel Through the Air. A lot of people don't understand it, but it brings the astrology and stuff into it. You got 8 of Cups again. You started off with the 8 of Cups. That's Pisces. Did anything happen in Pisces? First decan Pisces. If you look at the times, the dates for that first decan Pisces, did something happen then? Whoa. Okay, you had the Judgment, yeah? And you had the Ace 2, 3 wands. You had the Judgment there. We've got the World card. So you've got the temptation of, you know, when you're not winning at Monopoly, and the board's slightly over the table, and you go 8, 9, 10, oh, some fucking hotel on Park Lane, and you think, oh, the board's, and you just go, oh. Yeah, hotel's halfway out the window now. It's not. I'm not up with this. I will not put. Yeah, that's the 8 of Cups for me.
But I don't see how you adopted.
You think so? I hope so. But I had to come through my mother. Well, my mother's she's not a narcissist, she's the narcissist. She's vile. Do you think so? I can't say. That's my maternal line anyway. But I think I might, I don't know, because they won't talk to me. My whole family just walked away from me about 3 years ago. But so you had the Judgment and you had the Lovers card together about making a decision. So yeah, the world, whatever it is, it's going to bring the change, isn't it? Whatever it is, it has to change, doesn't it? It has to change. Let's face it. So it's not if, it's how. Yeah. And you go straight from the world, like you went to the Ace, the 2, the 3 of Wands. You go straight from the world to the Fool. So warmth. We talk about the chemical elements. 78 platinum. Oh, 79 or 1. Yeah, is it helium? Number 1. We were just talking about that, weren't we? Chemical element. So this is rubedo. You've done your Philosopher's Stone. In this cycle, in this project, you've learnt your lesson. You've come. So you become a rubedo, or you've been around. You know. Boom, boom. Isn't that weird? Card 79. There's a fantastic deck. Let me show you. It's sitting right there on the top. It's called the Shimmering Veil. I don't know if you know it. Yeah, it looked like it. Sorry, I gotta get this thing. But well done you for not giving up. Oh, here we go, look. So the Fool card, the 0, is, you know how some I think it's like aquatic species, they're born blind, they like see an enemy or something like that, they're born like that. At the 0, then obviously the colour, they're reaching for some colour, some knowledge, some experience. They want to colour their lives. Yeah. So that is card. It's card 0. Yeah. It's the Fool card. But you do the other 78 cards, and this is the only deck. Is actually it's card number 22. There's only 21 in the thing. So this is now it's the Fool card, but with all that knowledge. Yeah. And actually what you're reaching for is something a bit simpler. So we always want what we haven't got. Yeah. You see what I mean? You've been slightly through the toaster. But that's how you yeah. It's that, isn't it? But this is a lovely deck. I don't know if you're into buying tarot, you know, if you like tarot decks, but it's the it's the Shimmering Veil deck. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful deck because instead of being prescriptive about, you know, say what you see, a bit like Catchphrase, you know, the game show. It's things that they actually, it pulls you in. So it's not what they want to tell you. It's actually how does that card go in with you. And that's quite James Bondy, isn't it? Inspire Love Me. That's the Knight of Wands. And it just pulls, it's quite a deep deck. Anyway, so it was that way we were just talking about the rubedo and the chemical elements and stuff like that. And here you are, literally going from 78 to 79 or 1 or 0 again. Yeah. And there you are, and it's actually your future. We were talking about that on the thing. So it's about seeing that as a seamless thing. 78, it's 79. Doesn't matter that it's 1 again. It's not an ending. It's a it's growing your legs, isn't it? So some people going from 3. 359 degrees to 360. Oh my God, it's the end of, it's like, no, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It should be seamless. It doesn't go, you know, it's not like a bell goes off, that's the end, and you know, it's not the end of class, is it? Yeah. It's a continuum. It's time is, you know, time divisions are man-made shit, aren't they? Apart from the planetary stuff. So a business is that. It's a continuum. So it's about morphing it, about not giving up on it, but morphing it into something. Yeah. I mean, they're morphing it. Yeah. Tadpole. If it set up its, at the beginning, if it set up its name as tadpole.com, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, I don't look like that anymore. I have to change the name to frog.com. But you can still use the name, can't you? But you might be doing a different thing. I don't know where these things come from sometimes. So let's get back to it. But it's all going to end up like that. Yeah. How? How does it end up like that? Four of Wands. So you need to do like a SWOT analysis, a strength, weakness, opportunity, threat thing, and look for what's stable, stability stuff. And you know, if you think about a stool, a milking stool has 3 legs because as the cow moves, you've got to be able to go with it. That's not applicable here. You want four legs down so you can start building on it. So you need to go. You've got to go from the front. Here we go. You know, this thing about the dive under. You've got to go right down to the foundations again and check everything. Yeah, you've got to look for where it's firm, because then when you checking for the firm, you'll see the faults, where the fault lines lie. Okay. We've got the Ace of Wands there, so yeah, it's about Three of Pentacles. So this is about joining up with somebody. So is this person a good influence? How did you get into this? It wasn't one of those Twitter things, was it? Did somebody? Because people keep trying to suck me into this thing. I'm like, no, I've done that. But it's like, oh, we'll give you all these tips. We'll give you no. Because if if it goes wrong, I want to know how it went wrong. But how did I get to the decision thinking it might be right? Because I don't want to make that decision again. You know, because my analysis should have told me to hold fire a bit. I don't want to keep just clicking without, because actually you find more about you learn more about yourself in the trade you got wrong than you do about the trade you got right. And you won't find many people who talk about the trade they got wrong. It's a really, really honest person who talks about, oh God, I messed that up. You know, and go, oh, duh. Normally people go, oh yeah, I made a couple of thou on crude oil. Oh, I go, no. Well, what have you learned from that? Well, yeah, you can get it right, but you know, where you didn't get it right. Hang around that bar where people sort of go, oh God, I got that wrong. As long as they know how they got it wrong or where they got it wrong. That's what you learn. Not from the people who are buying champagne for everybody, you know. Are you doing too many trades? Is it churning? Is it churning? Click in, click out, click. Is it like scalping? You've been doing scalping? Because that would suggest scalping. Rather than, maybe you're better at position trading and being in longer. Your day trading, yeah, maybe you'd be much better at position trading than on a you know, like weekly trading rather than day trading. But you've got to have the handbag to carry overnight carry. Then, don't you? If you've got the handbag to do that, then you might be better off at position trading. But not over weekends, because that's when the shitty news comes out. So be careful about that. Yeah, there you go. Look, yeah, 10. Talking about that, looks like your pentacles. Yeah, it's not in day trading. It's too. And then it consumes your attention because you're locked to that screen. You don't go to lose sometimes, yeah. And Even when you go to the supermarket, you're on the phone, what's he doing, what's he doing, what's he doing? This is what I don't like, you're tied to that damn thing. Everyone's going, oh, liberate your life, do day trading. No, you just get locked onto another thing. No. Empress in Paris, yeah. If you think about trading, the Empress energy, sit back and attract it. Yeah. The Knight of Wands, charging, that's day trading. Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. And the Empress, where the money is about leaning back. Get in, watch it go for a day and a half, 2 days. Not 20 minutes. That's where the power is, Hierophant. Yeah. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups actually sits up there. So that's going to be happiness and security with your Empress. Not that. Yeah. And the other thing, you don't trade because you need the money. It should be money you can lose comfortably. Otherwise you become emotionally attached to it. You should never be emotionally attached to a position. You shouldn't need it to go up. Ah, Judgment. Okay, flowers then. I've got a bad habit of doing that. What else? I should get the star card out soon. What was that one? Oh, yeah, we didn't get it, Ten of Swords. So that would be, yeah, taking the profits too early is Ten of Swords, and you're sabotaging the flow. Let the market take you out. What you must do is don't ever exit a position. Just move your stop up. Lock the profit in. Don't ever exit something, because the news might come out and say, woof, crazy, because it's bigger than you. The market's bigger than you. So let it take you out. So, you know, it goes up 10 points, lock in 8 of them. Let it run. So at least you're locking it in, locking it in. Never hit exit. Otherwise you're artificially killing a healthy thing. Okay? Otherwise trader's remorse. Yeah. Welcome. Eight of Swords, yeah, inner critic. This is, whatever this is, it's challenging your inner critic. No way. We had 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Here we've got 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. The amount of hard work, 8 of Pentacles, you put an awful lot of hard work into this, but it might not have been the right hard work. Yeah? It's not paying off. That hard work isn't paying off. And it's triggering you, and you're feeling like a failure because it hasn't paid off. Well, the markets are like that, so you've got to learn to what the market is saying. What's the market telling me? Not what somebody in an office having lunch or a nice coffee says. What's the market telling me? The market's bigger than anybody. That's why those books, if you want the name of those books, the most honest trading books I've ever read, anyway. 9 of Wands. So it feels like you're determined to make this work. So if I can help you, I will do. And I'll chuck all my notes and stuff your way if you like. Yeah. But then it's the Wounded Warrior, which most traders are. So there's one more from here. Ah, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Okay. So it's almost like, if it's not working, you've got to unlearn. You've got to unlearn a whole load of stuff. Yeah. Like take something off your chart, like the stochastic oscillator or the 200 period moving average or something like that. If it's not part of what helps you make a decision, it's noise. Yeah? It's a distraction. So let's get this one out again. 5 of Cups, yeah, trader's remorse. Get it off your chart. You've got to clean your charts up. 21, the world, yeah, we've got the world card again. Yeah, you've got to end traders, yeah, you've got to tell you, you've got too much clutter on your charts, and that's it. Oh, here we go. 8, well, this is trading all over, doing the right thing at the right time. Strength card, doing the right thing at the right time. 6, lovers, yeah. Love making a choice, making the right choice at the right time. Do I get in? Yeah, it's one of those trading cards. 2 of Cups. Yeah, you don't become emotionally attached to any trade, any position. You should be able to lose that money, or at least the stop amount. Yeah? 6, 8 of Pentacles again. We've got 8 of Pentacles again. All that hard work. 6 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. All that hard work. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. If you do this review, a complete review of the A to Z of a trade, the A to Z, am I going to be, and actually write down, how am I feeling about it? How am I feeling about it? Am I feeling jittery about it? Do I know if any news is going to come out that might blow it? What was it called? I'll dig on it, because you can get a whole diary of what could blow that market that day. You know, like non-farm payrolls or currency resources or something, reserves. Anyway, yes, you can. The sun's there as well, so you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, you can be very good at doing this. But you need to have a complete overhaul and chuck out anything that hasn't earned its place. So is there an indicator which keeps, somebody's told you it's the best one and you keep trusting it, and you were better off before you even put it on the chart? Because what you need your analysis charts for the trend, but then you need your trading charts, so you need at least 2 charts. Yeah? One's the analysis and one's for the trend. So if the trend is up, obviously the rallies are bigger than the reactions. The most money is going to be going with the trend. So you want to know what the trend is. Like one of those big hands. You want to know what the trend is, and then you're trading. But when the reaction is over, so you can get in and go back up with the trend. So you need a trading chart, a much shorter term chart, like an hourly chart or maybe a half hourly chart. And then you need your daily or your weekly charts. So you need, it's a bit like Russian dolls, you know how it all fits together. You've got a judgment again. It's all about judgment. Something's wrong in the decision-making thing, and then pulling the trigger. Sometimes do you hold back from pulling the trigger and getting in? Fear of exposure. Because I tell you, there's no better mirror than trading the markets. You learn a hell of a lot about yourself. I'm going to go and point Percy at the porcelain. Give me a second. Can I ask you, how long did you spend paper trading? Because it's a little bit like a surfer. You go down the beach. A good surfer will think, oh, there aren't any decent waves here. So they will sit on the beach. They'll probably have a bit of a, and think, well, nothing here. And then all of a sudden they'll spot something and they go, oh, it's setting up over there. Now, if it carries on to there, I'm going to go in, I'm going to position myself there, and I'll ride the rest of it across to there. Anybody who's learning how to trade will be splashing around in the little piddly bits which actually aren't much use.
This last week.
Yeah. So, are you a surfer or are you a paddler? You know, because day trading, for that day to be worthwhile, you feel as though you have to be up on the day. Trading is the only profession where you can actually put in 14 hours a day and end up with less money than you got up with. And it's crucifying, it really is. Yeah. Excuse me. Did you ever paper trade? Which means find the markets that you like, and instead of being emotionally attached, because obviously, I mean, anybody who says they're never any bit emotionally attached, that they're lying through their teeth. Of course, you're emotionally, because that's where the fun is, isn't it? That's where the clicking by, yeah. No, but how does it make you feel? Do you set yourself targets? Are your targets based on market movement, or are they tasked on because you want to double your money? Well, the market doesn't know where you got in at or what you want. It has to be based on previous periods of points of support and resistance. So they have to be naturally within the chart, not, I want a 20% return on this. That's an artificial thing for the market. It's bigger than you, you know? Almost. Ah, there you go. There you go, cool. Well, the whole thing about paper trading is you don't care if it goes, you don't care if you get it right or wrong, because it's not going to cost you. It's only going to cost you time. We had time. Time was the biggest thing here. It was time, wasn't it? Yeah, young paper trading. So you don't care. Yeah. Even there are some programs which you can do. I think they call it dummy trading or step-by-step trading, where the history is you've got the history, but it's the hard right edge is blacked out. And so you make your decision, then you hit the space bar, and then the next bar comes on. So you're actually thinking, well, what? So you think, okay, one extra bar. How do I feel saying that? So actually, you get all your emotions out when you're not financially attached to a position. And so, it's step mode or whatever it's called, hard right edge, whatever it's called. And so without costing any money, you can actually run the gamut of emotions. But oh God, whoa, well that went this is it. You think, oh well, what do I do? So in your own time, not real time, because day trading is cramming these decisions. Is you think I've got to, and you feel like you've got to do something. And you're probably told, well, you should make 3 trades a day or something. Well, not if the market's gone flat. If it's the Wednesday before non-farm payrolls on a Thursday, nobody's going to get in there. So you might as well take 2 days off. Nobody tells you that bit, do they? And don't trade for the first hour after non-farm payroll. It's still a bit crazy.
Started in Forex and in the future. Okay.
I understand your condition. Seriously. Gosh, no. God, this is like taking my new head off and putting the old one back on. It's nice to look backwards, actually. Who's this? Ah, High Priestess. Okay. Are you divining for before you get into a position? Are you going? Are you doing that? It's not a bad way. There's its limitation. But yeah, that software you can get it in some free programs. You type a thing, but actually what you must do is get on that bar at that time. I got in based on that. Oh damn! It went the other way. Well, what was it? So you investigate what stopped you out. but you must. It would be like trading without a stop is like driving down a motorway with, with a balaclava, turn them around the wrong way. It's there for your protection. Use it. It's like having a seatbelt, but think, oh, I don't need that. Bam. It's to because the way people, even the brokers encourage people to go stop hunting, to take all the stops, because they can see where they can see where all the orders are. They're like little lines in the market. You can even get a tool which shows you where the stops are in the market. So if the big guys are going to move the market, take out a load of stops, and then whip it the other way in reversal, stay away from other people's stops. You know what I mean? Or where there's a big thick line of where people stops, because that's where they're getting gunned for before they whip it the other way. And that's the trader's remorse. Oh, I knew I should have put the stop a bit further away or something like that. Or avoid. Or the thing to do is, if you know that the market's gone flatlining, then you know it's going to move. Well, put a stop to get in. So once it's moving, you get taken into the market. So get yourself stopped in and then stopped out.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Don't use it as your final thing. But is it the right time to be looking? Is this all right? Is it? Yeah. Okay. King of Swords. We're talking about decision making. Yeah, King of Swords. Page of 1. So yeah, what page of 1? What do you put into your decision making thing to actually finally make the ultimate decision? Okay, let's do. Did I miss it? Did I do anything? Should we get some. Oh, tell you what. Some Sun Tzu. Let's do some Sun Tzu.
Yeah. I took no trades today.
What day is it?
Oh, it's a Friday, yeah. Saturday, Friday,
yeah.
Well, is it May?
Third Friday. Oh, was it non-farm payrolls yesterday? Third Wednesday. Is it third Wednesday of the month? Or was it first?
I want to do limited orders.
There you go. So why are you not listening to your future self? Because you know the limit order is the way in. Yeah, to get stopped in. Because I'll tell you why. Because that involves more analysis and choosing and the other one is that looks all right, boom. Yeah. But it's those instinctive things that tend to go wrong because you missed something in the analysis. Yeah. Because wouldn't it be lovely if we could all just go, oh, better to buy copper, pop. And that's what you do. Yeah. No. I'm not saying put yourself through that malarkey every time, but at least know how it moves and where it's like, it's always best to have 3 targets. And if it reaches target number 1 too quickly, you think, oh, well, but then you just you move your stop up from what would be a loss into locking in profit, and use your stop to lock in as a lock in profit rather than a loss minimizer. Yeah? So what have we got here? Sun Tzu, he said, the general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. That's trading without emotion, isn't it? So you don't want fame, you don't fear disgrace. It's the hope and fear gone. That's the hope and fear gone. Wow, there you go. So Sun Tzu, he said, you can't be friends with everyone. Friends do what they do because they are our friends. Well, the market's not your friend. Nobody's friend. Yeah? And we love them. They do it because they know it is the right thing to do. The right analysis technique. Yeah? But when some people can be our friend, others can't. The difference is that friends can be inconvenient, annoying, troublesome, expensive, and taxing. but we will forgive them. I've known people who get stuck on them. Oh, I like treasury bonds, but they're losing hand over fist. Yeah, well, I like T-bond. Well, if T-bonds doesn't like you, don't do it. Anyway, that's that one. Some of the best trades I did was on lumber. It was a crazy market. Because it had limits on it. It used to go limit up. About 3 days it would go limit up, limit up, limit up. Another one, palladium. Palladium is a lovely market. Platinum, palladium are lovely markets. Gold's a bit crazy, bit dirty data, but silver's a bit crazy. Check out platinum and palladium. What was the other one? Henry Hub gas. Was it Henry Hub gas oil or natural gas? Red Azuki beans. That did well. Because I'm Sagittarius, I want to do everything. No, something on the Kansas City Board of Trade. Oh, that's where the Russell 2000. Hard red spring wheat. That's a lovely hard red spring wheat is a lovely market. Stay away from orange juice and all that kind of nonsense. Hard red spring wheat. Oh, it might be hard red. I think it was spring wheat, not winter wheat. Pork bellies and all that lot. Yeah. Because they're not open enough hours during the day, so then they will gap. So you don't want to get caught in an opening gap. Yeah. So yeah, you got to look at the hours. This has been so fantastic. It really was the best I've had. We started off talking about amethyst, didn't we? What time is it anyway? Oh, let me. Holy Mother of Maud Adams, it's 3:30. But I've got chronic fatigue syndrome, so I'm going to be awake all night anyway. But listen, what I'll do is I'll go a bit further, but I won't put any. I'll just put it as a Capricorn part 2, if you like. But really lovely to talk to you. And we'll chat again soon. Yeah. Sleep well. I'll bring this to a close and knock this on the head, and I'll grab a cup of tea. But I've got some number cards as well. We'll see if we can get some numbers out too. Right. Listen, real pleasure to meet you, and sleep well, won't you? Take good care.